You can't take that away from me. That's mine. I'm not changing. I'm not shifting. I'm here. I'm in my higher goddess.
Did you know that Kendall Jenner has over 100 million fewer Instagram followers than Kylie Jenner? You heard that right. Over 100 million fewer followers. So what? Did she just delete her Instagram or something? Not exactly. In fact, these sisters have massive fan bases. Kylie has 370 million followers, and despite having over 100 million fewer followers, Kendall still sports a whopping 258 million. Let's take a second to put 258 million people into perspective. That number is equal to the populations of the United Kingdom, France, Germany, and Spain combined. It's over half the total population of the European Union, and it's almost 80% of the total population of the entire United States. If numbers alone could make a country, the generators, as Kendall's followers call themselves, are like their own fiefdom, where models are politicians and fashion mistakes result in banishment. It is safe to say that Kendall Jenner is more than a household name. It only stands to reason then that Kendall's mammoth following means huge influence, and you can be damn sure brands know this. So how much does she make per Instagram post? Or said another way, what's the monetary value of having something seen by 258 million people or more? But before we dive in, be sure to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. We're on a mission to be like Kendall and reach 258 million YouTube subscribers, so every click counts. Let's start with a mini lesson on influencer marketing to understand how the hell we got to the place where the size of one's following determines whether they can afford basic economy or first class, or the Sheraton versus the Four Seasons. I know, you want to get right to the good stuff, but this is important, I promise. So what is influencer marketing? Said simply, it involves a brand teaming up with an influencer, someone with a big online following, to market a product or service. It's typically a more organic way to get a product seen. It doesn't involve shoving a product down someone's throat on cable TV for 15 minutes straight. Lucky for all of us, those days are long gone. Since the concept of influencer marketing took off in 2016, the market has grown from 1.6 billion to 16.4 billion in 2022. That's a 10-time increase in only 6 years. Additionally, the number of influencer marketing services and companies grew by 26% last year, reaching 18,900 services and companies worldwide. The reason this type of advertising is gaining so much traction is because of how effective it is. For one, it's an easy way to access a brand's target audience. A cyclist like Lance Armstrong, for instance, has followers we can assume are interested in biking and working out, so it becomes easy for him to market an energy drink to his audience. He's also built up trust with his following over the years, so they're more prone to follow his recommendations. Likewise, it is easy for Tiger Woods to market Nike clothing apparel and products because his followers are fellow golfers and sports enthusiasts. It's a win-win for both the influencer and the brand. This last part is key. According to Forbes, marketers have found that consumers are growing more and more skeptical of brands and traditional marketing methods, so the ability to gain trust for a modern-day consumer is paramount. I mean, you'd probably trust a recommendation from a friend more than some random stranger, right? What about your favorite actor, celebrity, or athlete? Of course, you would trust their recommendation more than a generic Instagram or Facebook ad by a faceless brand. Influencers are also an important way in which brands can access younger audiences. Recent research conducted by ad agency Fin Partners found that, no surprise, Millennial and Gen Z audiences aren't watching TV like their older cohorts, the Gen X and the baby boomers. Gen Z, for instance, only gets 15% of their content from TV, while baby boomers are still hunkered over their box TVs, consuming 45% of their content there. Okay, we were kidding about the box TV part, but the numbers say it all. Lastly, influencer marketing is easier for a brand from a content creation standpoint, since the influencers are creating the content. No more studio lights, pricey location rentals, and expensive photographers. Just send the influencer the product, give them some guidelines, and bam! Here's your shiny new ad, courtesy of the iPhone. So we've set the stage for Kendall. She's in the middle of a $16.4 billion industry, and she has the following of a medium-sized country. She's at the top of her game. So how much is she getting paid? According to Forbes, experts recommend that brands pay an influencer $100 for every 10,000 followers or $1,000 for every 100,000 followers. So for Kendall Jenner, given that she has 258 million followers, that would be $2.58 million per post? Well, not quite. Sorry, Kendall, but it seems that normal rules don't apply here since your account is so damn big. Kendall falls into the mega influencer status, which applies to those with over 1 million followers. Though frankly, she should be in ultra mega status. These influencers tend to make less than the standard $1,000 for every 100,000 followers ratio because, well, brands simply can't afford to pay them those massive rates. So we did a little digging to find out how much she really makes. And while it depends on the brand and the deal, Kendall is estimated to make about $1.29 million per post. Wait a minute, you might say. I did the math. Smaller influencers are getting 10 cents per follower and she's only getting 5 cents a piece? Kendall's getting ripped off. Okay, slow down there. Before you jump ship and join the generator army to start crusading for Kendall's economic rights, let's dive a little deeper. We looked at Kendall's Instagram and in the past 2 months, she's done 2 sponsored posts. So if we're assuming those both paid her going rate of $1.29 million per post, we can assume she made somewhere in the ballpark of $2.58 million from 2 photos. Not so shabby, right? So what does this mean? Should you go out and try to expand your following beyond your parents and your dog so that you can be like Kendall and become filthy rich off of a few pictures? We're not one to stop you, but it's easier said than done. Now look, we can easily dismiss Kendall and the Kardashians and every other celebrity with a huge following as just being lucky or having their following handed to them from their pre-existing fame. And there is some truth to that, but let's not discount what it takes to build and sustain a following that big. With cancel culture running rampant and everyone and their mom and their grandma creating daily TikToks, it does take some savviness to influence others to the degree that Kendall is able, and to be able to sustain attention from a following that big. So yes, Kendall Jenner makes a ton of money for doing something seemingly simple, but remember, brands aren't paying her for her photography skills or modeling capacity or her ability to slap a filter on a post and write a playful caption. They're paying for the exposure to the 258 million followers she commands. On that note, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, comment, and hit the like button because it helps us grow on YouTube, and comment below with your thoughts.